All right. Welcome back, everybody. It is Thursday, the 29th. Let me make sure I got that date right. Oh, no, it's Wednesday, the 29th of January. Uh, and we have more insanity from the Oval Office. 2 days ago, Trump decided to sign an executive order, and that executive order would freeze federal funding for all grants and programs, including things like Head Start, suicide prevention hotline for veterans, um, Meals on Wheels for the elderly. Stop it because he wants to save. He promised he would save trillions of dollars, and this is his way of doing it. Right? The problem is Trump is in his little castle. Elon Musk is in his little castle. Vivek Ramaswamy is in Musk's little castle because he doesn't have one of his own. And they're all sitting around drinking champagne and eating disgusting caviar and laughing, not realizing that there are people who don't live like that. And that the people who don't live like that are the ones who are getting affected by his decision. I know quite a few people who are on food stamps, Medicaid. Um, I have a grandson who's in Head Start, or pre-K, whatever you want to call it, and he's a special needs child. And some of the programs can be they're looking at cutting some of the programs altogether for them because they need to cut enough to make his promise worth it. Problem is, it's taking food from the mouths of everyday human beings. People who have to work two jobs just to scrape by and still can't make their bills, still can't put food on the table. And yes, that does happen. You know, back in the day when I was gainfully employed, I would work 80 hours a week. And yes, I was raising six children. Four were stepchildren, and two were from that relationship. And I still needed to go on food stamps for a short time. It wasn't a handout, it was a hand up. It was enough to get me through till I could get through myself. And now we're talking about cutting programs like that. It's a sad state of affairs. You're going to have people who can't afford to pay the rent. It definitely directly affects those who pay their rent with assistance from Section 8, with assistance from social services. I know up here social services pays like, I don't know, $3.25 towards your rent, which doesn't sound like much, but it's helpful. I mean, I don't get it, but for those that do, God bless them, you know. But it's a necessity. It's not an entitled. They don't feel that they're entitled to it, but it's a necessary evil to stay alive in this country. Too many states have minimum wages that are unlivable, and then they complain when states do raise their minimum wage. How are the businesses going to be able to afford this? They're going to have to raise their prices. They're going to no stop. Take away from the CEO's annual annual income increase. The executives don't need to be making $8 million while the grunts are making $8. And it's Unfortunately, trickle down economy, economics doesn't work. We learned that in the Reagan era. And yes, some of us were there in the Reagan era. And it just doesn't work. I mean, you give more money to the executives in hopes that they pass down the profits to the employees, and it never sees them. It never sees the light of day. It stays in their pockets for their yachts and their cars and their vacations. In the meantime, Sally Joe can't take off 3 days because her son died. You get 2 days of grieving and then you have to be back at work. What kind of shit is that? But I bet you if it was a relative of one of these executives, they'd be taking a month off with pay. It's just they don't know who these changes are affecting. They don't see the real life repercussions of their decisions. I personally think that Trump and Musk should go out on the streets and spend 48 hours in a place like, I don't know, Hollywood, Los Angeles, on the streets amongst those people who have no choice but are living there. And when they see what they have to go through just to get food, just to get shelter, just to get food, just to get shelter, maybe these decisions won't be so easy. Maybe, they'll think twice. I know it's wishful thinking, but maybe they'll think twice before making decisions that affect millions. Well, that's my rant for today. Join us next time when I'll be ranting about ICE invading schools, hospitals, and churches. In the meantime, leave a comment, share, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you. Don't, I need you all to just remember that, what's up, Jason? I need you all just to remember that midterms are coming up. The only way to make change is to vote. Don't listen to the idiots who go, oh, no, we can make change. We just got to get our guns. No, vote these idiots out of office. Show them what a real mandate is. I mean, we've already taken over. There was an emergency election in Iowa, and Democrats already took that spot away from the Republicans. So keep pushing and keep voting. And hopefully we can make the difference. But until then, I'll be seeing you.